Okay, so this is kind of had an interesting dream last night. Figures after Woo Dude's face is in front of my face on the screen doing a live stream. His energy, his frequency is emitting stuff. No surprise that I got this particular dream last night, especially considering the subject matter we were talking about at the end of that broadcast. So I'm gonna have to record my dream as I tell it to you. So today is January 30th, 2021, Saturday, 8:58 a.m. Eastern Time, of course. And I had a dream last night. But before I get into it, so several days ago, last Saturday, exactly 1 week ago, as a matter of fact, I was leaving my friend's house. I saw this. We were talking about UFOs, and I might be able to call them down at some point, you know, from what the channel told me and all this stuff, and how exciting it would be and all that. I walk outside, and there's this interesting light in the sky that does a sharp left turn that I didn't happen to record that part of it, but as I saw the light, my whole body was telling me, get your thing out, you get your camera out and record right now, get it out, record. I'm like, it's just an airplane. Record, get it out. And then it does the sharp left turn. I go, oh shit, phone, quickly, camera, record. And then it did that little weird S thing, right? And I thought, it was very odd color. And then it had these lines shooting out the top, bottom left, bottom right, kind of like a pyramid looking or triangular thing. And I was like, wow, I think it was. Like, I think I just saw UFO, and I think that they knew I was talking about them. So they decided, let's show them. Hey, Joe, here we are. You know, okay, interesting. You know, just a weird thought. Well, maybe it was an airplane. You know, maybe I'm just overthinking this. But I don't always get that feeling. Get your camera out and video this. I've never taken my camera out because of some light in the sky that, oh, whatever, like that. Not unless it's really odd. And I think I've done it once in this house. When I first moved in here, there was an odd light. And even then, I don't know what it was. It wasn't this color, though. Anyways, so I'm thinking to myself, man, I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to call these things down. Show us the lights in the sky. Like, you don't have to come right in front of us. But could you come, you know, 20 miles away or 10 miles away and, you know, power up your light ship, you know, and I don't know, stuff like that. And then maybe, hey, can you come down? You know, Jason Ipfor's Spiritual Retreat Adventure, we call in the UFOs and they actually come out and play. You know, that would be freaking cool, right? So I'm like, I want to, these beings, you know, they're potentially living in this mountain that I'm trying to, you know, explore in New Mexico. I've been told, by more than one psychic, by the way. But, so I'm like, okay, well, like other things, let me ask for them to come into my dreams. Get out of my car. Get into my dreams. Get in my brain. My third eye, baby. That's right. Don't get out of my dreams. Get into my car. Actually, it's reverse. Get into my dreams, baby. Beep, beep. So, about 2 nights ago, I think, I went to bed. I was going to bed. And I was talking to my guides, like I do a lot. And I just said, you know, can I meet these beings? And I'm thinking, what do they like to be called? Are they okay with us calling them ET, which stands for extraterrestrial, or just extraterrestrial? Do they like to be called star brothers and sisters? Like, you know, I don't want to offend anybody. Who the hell am I as this little, you know, human? You know, like the Planet of the Apes, filthy human. Who am I to, you know, when an advanced race comes to you, you don't really pick and choose what to call them. They tell you what they're going to be called. You know, like, listen, jabroni, this is what we're called. You know, don't be calling me ET, bro. You know, but I'm like, I don't know. What do I call them? You know, out of respect. And I was just having that thought and talking to my guides, and then I said, you know, can they come to my, guides, can you let me meet my space brothers and sisters? Because Julianne, through the channeling, has told me, especially when you're out in New Mexico, there's a certain star that I'll be able to look up at it in the night sky, and you can see like freaking everything in the dark out there. You know, no light pollution, especially when you're away from any little city. And she's like, your body's gonna feel it when you look at the right one where you come from. Essentially, your space brothers and sisters are that's your starseed connection, if you will. Your body's gonna let you know that's the one. You're just gonna feel it. Oh my God, that's it. I found it, and I know where to look in the sky from now on. You know, that kind of thing. And she says you need to start trying to connect with them, is what she said to me. And that'll help in that process too. And I go, okay. So I'm thinking about all this, and I'm like, I would, you know, I think sometimes when I go to bed, and I'll get to the dream in a minute, but I got to lay the ground floor here, right? You know, like, I hope they're not scared, like, because I can understand, you know, we humans, we fight, we're at war, like, we're morons compared to probably a lot of these beings. We're just stupid, you know, morons. And if I'm them, I'd probably be scared too, you know, to be in the same area as a human. Even though I might have superior or whatever, that human can still hurt me, you know. And, you know, human might freak out and shoot me or something, you know. So I always say, you know, when I'm thinking about this, like, I will never harm anybody. Like, you know, I'm not like the rest of the humans, you know, or many of them. So I always think about these things, like, you know, I would have to say that to them if they ever did show up. Like, you know, it's me, Joseph of the Snip, as the channel says, Joseph of the Snip. And, you know, I mean you no harm and everything, you know. So I'm like asking the other day, can you come into my dreams now? Like I've had communication with other things and interesting, you know, prophetic dreams even. You know, that'll be a good start. You're in my dreams. How could I possibly hurt you there, you know? That'll be a good first step. So I was asking the other day, but after I asked, I go, well, okay, I'm asking my guides. Maybe I should ask my starseed brother, sister, ET friends the same thing. So then I address them with the same thing. Like I was talking to my guides, but now I'm talking to them in the same way. They all up here in your third eye in your mind. Went to bed. Did I have a dream about... I don't remember if I did. So this was about a couple nights ago. And then last night, as you know, I'm doing this live stream with Woo Woo Dude. And I was just thinking, should I delete this recording? Because I'm going into stuff that's not just the dream, but I think I'll leave it. So we have this live stream with Woo Woo Dude, and the channel told me a long time ago, when you call him or he calls you, it should be mostly face-to-face, like video chat, more than just on the phone. He has something that you need, an energy that comes to you when you see when he's visible to you, when you can see him. And it doesn't matter if he's in your presence, it does not matter. You just have to see him. And remember, the very first time I brought him on, he didn't really want to show his face, and then he accidentally did. And he goes, you know what, should we just leave it? And I go, I get the feeling that we need to leave it, that people need to see you. There's just something about seeing you. He goes, yeah, okay, let's leave it. Very first time I brought him on the air, or the show. How strange. And then later on, Julianne through the channeling tells me, you need to see him. He emits an energy. And then I have people telling me, wow, Joe, I saw you guys, I couldn't sleep last night. Just had like this energy, I couldn't sleep. So I went to bed last night. I'm watching the gold shows and all that, and then the mysteries of Blind Frog Ranch. I'm getting really tired. Okay, time to go to bed. And if you recall, the last conversation we had last night was about UFOs, ET, the thing in the back of his neck, and Julianne sent me emails. She goes, by the way, I have pictures of the day after it happened. Check this out. And she sent me 2 of the pictures up close, but you could see it real good in the live stream last night. And so that was really cool. And she did say in the chat, by the way, she will probably come on and do a freaking live stream channeling. And she was not tonight, boys. I got to take a rain check. But sounds like she'll do it. So that was interesting because I really had a strong thought that might happen. And I'm like, oh my God, did I have a dream about that? Did I envision that? Or was I just thinking about that? It was super strong what I saw. Me, her, and him. And her deciding, oh, the channel needs to come through. She needs to talk right now. Oh, okay, come on. Do it. Sweet, we'll do it live. F it, I'll do it live. So anyways, the dream. Last night, I go to bed. I'm thinking a little bit about that stuff, right? But I just go to bed. So I have a dream. And in this dream, I'm flying my little drone, regular drone, around this area that I was at. I don't even know where this was. But I know it was kind of off, like, by the shoreline somewhere. And there's like this little bit of land that went out, kind of like making a little island or like a little peninsula, a little ways offshore there. But I just felt like the land was still connected to it, even though like you could just, the quickest way to fly, of course, is a straight line. Just go across the water to the next part of the land. But I didn't fly my drone there yet. But I was just flying around where I was at in this dream. And then I see this big like Sikorsky giant helicopter thing, you know, seats like 12, windows and stuff, and it's coming in and it's not looking real good. So I bring my drone back and I think I land it, and it looks like it's coming in for emergency landing. And it was like white and blue, or maybe mostly white, or a little bit of blue, or something like that. It could have even been all white, or maybe a little bit of blue, a little bit of white, something like that. White and blue, white, something like that. And it lands hard. And I'm like, oh shit, they just had emergency landing. And I could see the pilot, like, I'm like, whoa, you know, that was pretty rough. And then it's going to go take off again. And since it has wheels, it's not just going straight up. It's actually kind of going down the runway or wherever this thing landed. It wasn't really a runway. And all of a sudden, now it has a trike wing on top of the helicopter, even though the helicopter still has its propeller, you know, its rotor blades. It's got like a trike wing thing that's beat to shit. It's all, the fabric's missing, like it's bad condition. And then here it goes. It takes off and banks off and leaves. I'm like, okay, I guess it wasn't as hard of a landing as I thought, but that looked pretty bad. But it's gone. There's like a little bit of air traffic, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to fly the drone again right now. So then all of a sudden, I'm inside of one of those personal drones, like the Black Fly, in the dream. It's not the Black Fly, but it's similar to the Black Fly in that it's a manned drone. You can sit in it and fly the damn things, one-seater. It can't land on water like the Black Fly, and it looked different, but it was nonetheless like a Black Fly, where you can fly the damn thing yourself and sit in it. So I'm over here flying this bitch around. Like, this is badass. Like, this is fun. This is cool. I'm liking this. And I'm just buzzing around. I'm not real far off the ground, but, you know, maybe 20 feet up, just slowly buzzing around this area. This thing's it's just cool. I'm just messing around. So then, all right, let me take it up a little higher. I'm going across the water to that spot where that little peninsula island thing is. And it's not flat land. Like, it's, you know, hilly, really hilly. You know, I don't want to call it mountainous, but it was kind of in between mountain and hilly. So I go over this thing. Now I'm like, I guess, fully out in the water, you know, flying around. I turn around and I come back to go back over this little mountain thing, peninsula, and then back to where I was. And it's not very far. And as I fly over, there's a few little, like, caverns, openings. And I don't remember seeing, the funny thing is, I know the dream. I didn't forget anything. But I don't remember actually seeing it in the dream, what I'm about to say. But I had to have, because I say to myself out loud, oh my god, I think I just saw a hand come out and like do a weird like wave to me. And weird hand being not human. And getting the feeling of, oh my god, they're willing to talk to me. To show themselves. Like they heard me, you know. They know me. They know what I'm trying to do. Holy shit, a hand just came out and just, as I went by, it made me see, like, it made it to where I could see it. To just, you know, and I knew this was not a human hand. And I go, oh my god, this is cool. Like, they went out to, they knew I was out there somehow, so they, hey Joe, you know, hey, we might be willing to talk to you, you know, or show up. I'm like, holy shit. So I'm back on the other side of that land where I initiated my takeoff or whatever, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I need to go back. I gotta go land over there or something, you know. And it's starting to get a little dark, though. I'm like, ah. So I turn around, and I'm like getting ready to go over there again, fly over there, in this little man drone, and then I see a light come quickly out of the mountain, and then it just pauses in the sky and sitting there. And it had a few lights on it, so it wasn't just one big light. And I'm like, oh my god, that's them. And they stopped, and I'm sitting here, and we're like probably looking at each other, like, okay, so they waved to me at first in a hand format, like a being. Now they're showing me the spaceship, if you will, the starship. Freaking cool. I got to go up there now. So I'm flying my little drone, you know, this ancient technology. Let me go up there and get close to this thing. It's not that high up in the sky, you know. Maybe it could have been 500 feet up. I don't know. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. What if they don't see me? What if they're up there, but they're not really paying attention to me now? And they're about to move or do something, and I'm in this stupid drone. It doesn't have any lights flashing or anything like. And then I end up colliding into the damn thing, and there I go. Dumbass! Don't get too close. You're like, oh, so I stop. I'm like, okay. So I stop. And then that's kind of the end of the dream. I wake up. It's like 4 a.m. I gotta take a leak. And as I wake up, I'm sitting there thinking about this, but I hear this like ringing in my right ear for about 10 seconds. And I thought, you know, I think I've had that happen to me a couple times in the past. In some like major move in the crypto market, I think happened. And I thought, what was it, coincidence? And like the third time it happened, I'm like, okay, I got a ringing again, but I don't think anything happened. So I was like, okay, maybe 2 times something happened in the crypto market, but third time nothing. Okay, maybe I'm just, the ringing means nothing. So I had this urge, grab your phone as you go take a leak and just open it up and look at your, you know, the crypto market basically. Blockfolio, just take a look. And nothing was really standing out as too crazy. Populous was up again. It's over $1 something now. Some other ones were down red. Doge is down to 3 cents now, 3 point something. Nothing too crazy. So I'm like, okay. Again, maybe it was nothing, but Juliana told me you're gonna start hearing Morse code type sounds, and it's gonna have to do with the crypto market and helping you figure things out with the crypto market. And I'm thinking like literally maybe Morse code, beep, 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 beep. Like I'm going to have to learn Morse code because they're going to tell me like a price point. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, that's theta, and they said it's going to $3.29, you know. But I had the strongest urge after that noise in my ear. Like uncontrollably urge, go get that, grab your phone right now. Open it up and look. And I'm like, okay, it doesn't look too crazy. Now that was, again, 4 a.m. And as of this morning, I haven't looked. Now that some hours have gone by, I'm going to take a look. Again, not really, nothing too crazy. Ripple's up, actually, Ripple's up 17%, 33 cents. That's not bad. Doge is, again, down 27%. It's down to 3.3. Everything else is basically flat. Nothing, you know, 1% up, 2%, you know, 2% down. It's just, okay. But it'd be interesting if, you know, XRP keeps going and going and going and going or something like that. And I got this little Morse code, if you will, noise in my ear last night. It was just one solid beep, you know. And I can stop this recording now. 17 minutes later. Anyways, so I'm just wondering about, well, we'll see. And you know, who knows what's going to happen here. And they're calling, you know, some of these people in that chat group about GameStop are talking about, let's pump Ripple, XRP, let's pump it, let's pump it, let's pump it. Everybody, January or February 1st, everyone buy some XRP wherever you can, buy as much as you can. If everyone just buys $100 worth, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, maybe we need to do that. So perhaps on February 1st, everybody, they're asking for everyone to do that. Maybe wherever you can get $100 worth, or do a swap on one of the wallets if you can of $100 worth of some other crypto for XRP. And let's see what the hell happens. I don't know. I mean, hell, it's up there at 17%, 17.5 right now. 33222 actually just went across the screen. That's funny. Yeah, that's a funny number. Because it got 5 decimals. 0.33, which is 33 cents, and then 222 briefly came up. That's funny. As I'm speaking, yeah, just probably coincidence, you know, XRP and all 222, yeah, nothing, stupid. So it was very interesting. My dream was very interesting. I got no feeling whatsoever of being scared. They were scared. Me, it was literally, all right, Joe, we hear you, we know you. You can't hide stuff from us. None of you humans can. we're kind of like spirit. We know everything about you. We can read your minds, you know. You're sincere. You're legit. We hear you. We're going to come in your dreams. And Wudu gave you the power boost you needed last night to have the dream and remember it, actually. By seeing his face. So, I love that guy. So, as I woke up this morning... Oh, let me back up. It just hit me. I lied. When I woke up at 4 a.m., I just realized this. I didn't lie on purpose. I did not have the dream. I'm sorry. I did not have the dream at 4 a.m. I only had the ear ringing. And super strong word. Grab your phone and just look. And I didn't see anything with the crypto market, but I did have a chat on Telegram real quick with somebody. But and now it's up to 18%, by the way. So it was when I went back to bed. I couldn't go back to bed. It's like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Oh, there's Ian. He's awake, but it's my wife's morning to kind of deal with him. We take turns every morning. So she goes downstairs. I actually fall asleep. And that's the best time for me to get these dreams, when I'm like, you know, oh my God, I'm dead tired. I can't sleep. I need to sleep. I'm ready to sleep. Please hurry. And then, you conk out. Like, that's when I have these dreams big time. So I had the dream then about this UFO thing. And then I wake up, and I'm still like dead tired, even though I'm awake, and I'm realizing this dream, and I'm just thinking about everything that just happened. And I'm like, how cool, awesome, I love it. And I all of a sudden, I just start thinking about this, but boy, is it coming in strong. Now, I'm awake now, at this time. And I'm picturing this very specific spot, that I know about in the mountains, that I've had some very interesting things happen. It's not our dig site. And it's an area where I do believe these beings might be in this mountain. And maybe not too far down. And I'm picturing myself, which is another funny story. Remember that trike wing aircraft? That I'm like, man, when cryptos go up, I'm going to buy one of these nice trike wings, dual seater. You can get a sport pilot license and all that. And I was training for it. And I was just about to solo, actually, when I kind of stopped. And I bought a used one from them. But it was like an older, the older Jabroni model, way cheap. 2-stroke motor. And I never really flew that one. And then my wife's like, I think we need to downsize a little bit. Let's sell the RV. We're not going to mess with that airplane. I'm pregnant right now. Maybe later on, but not. Why don't we just get rid of it? Okay. So we sold it, whatever. Sold the first RV, Here comes Ian, all this stuff. And, but I said, I think one day when I get the money, I want to get one of those. That's really fun, really enjoyable to fly that thing. And they're really kind of easy to fly, and safe. They got parachutes, ballistic parachutes and all that. So I told them, I was like, you haven't seen the last of me, guys. I think I'll be back when crypto spike or something. I might get one of these. So literally yesterday, I'm chatting with one of them, the wife, husband and wife, and she's mentions that someone they know bought a single-seater. It's also a 2-stroke motor, but it's the newer, nicer model and everything. But I'm like, that 2-stroke, I don't want a damn 2-stroke, if I was to get one. She's like, oh well, by the way, I'm selling the purple one that I had, which is like nice, real nice, and it's a 2-seater. And for a pretty good discount. So I'm like, oh my God. And I'm definitely gonna be going out to New Mexico. Boy, could I scout out some sites with that thing. And hers has got a big wing on it. It's really slow. It's like a 45-mile-per-hour cruising trike wing. Slow and easy, can handle wind real good, like all this stuff. I'm like, man, I could scout out some areas and just take people when I'm up there on little trips by the mountain and just blow your mind of the beauty and everything. And oh my God, I scouted out a new spot. There's something over here. Okay, next time I take my drone and then go to that spot and see what it is. Or the black fly is available. I'll just go fly over there and land now, because that thing can only fly for about 35 minutes or so, I think. Or maybe 40, I forget. Whereas a trike wing, you could be up in the air for a few hours. And, and if that thing goes down, the engine stops, well, you just coast down, gently, and you're good. So anyways, I was having this conversation with her yesterday. And I'm like, when you're back in the hangar, let me know. I may want to come take a little look. Maybe we'll go on a little test flight. And she goes, all right, in the next few days. I said, okay, just let me know and I'll come. So I've been thinking about that. So I wake up this morning after this UFO dream thing, and I see myself, by myself, flying one of these things. Maybe hers, I don't even know. And it's in that area where I've had some interesting experiences. You cannot land an aircraft like that needs to have a runway, even if it's 100 feet. And some of these, like hers, I think you can actually land in about 100 feet and take off in 100 feet. Like stupid. Even that, in this area, there's nowhere to do that. I don't believe. Actually, yeah, there's no. But in my dream, I wake up and I'm thinking about this very strongly. That area, me flying over there and seeing a being basically with its child, or as the channel says, its seedling, and they take control of this trike-wing and I'm not in control, and you have to use the bar to, forward, to climb and descend. Even though you're sitting, you have a bar instead of a stick, and but you're sitting in a seat and everything, and it's a lot of fun actually. And so they take control of it, and I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna land this thing. You can't even land. It's actually at an angle too. Like, oh my god. But I'm like, I realize they're in control, and I'm like, well, they're gonna do it. I have nothing to worry about. And it gently lands right there on an angle, and it stopped, and I'm like, okay. So I get out, and there's this being with its seedling, its child. And again, I'm awake now, but I'm super strong envisioning this in my mind. And when you wake up from a dream like that, and you've got that connection to spirit still kind of halfway there, halfway not, pay attention to what you think about. If that happens to you, if you have a dream like that. And I'm just honored, and I'm like crying, because I'm just so honored and like joyful that you finally decided to come out and show your head outside of this area, out in the open, basically the scary place for them, probably out in the open, and you brought your child, your seedling. And I'm asking it, and it asked me, why do you cry? And I said, well, I don't know if you know this. Of course, now I'm thinking, of course you know this, but then I'm like, well, I don't know if you know this, but we humans, we have different emotions when we, I pinch myself, like ow, when that hurts, ow, that's an emotion, that it hurts, it's pain. When we're sad, something happens, we lose a person, whatever, loved one or something, we cry. But sometimes we're happy and we cry. And that's what I'm doing. I'm happy right now that you're coming to me and meeting me. It makes me very happy. And that's why these tears are coming out of my eyes. And I said, do you have a name? Do you call yourselves, do you have names for yourselves? My name, I am Joseph, although I prefer to be called Joe or Joseph. And then I got the feeling that it was like, it made like this weird noise name, like, like just something like, by the way, Ripple's up to 22% right now. 22%, by the way, 2221, 2223. It missed the 2222, but it went to 2221 and 2223. It's about to be 23 as I'm talking to you. There it is. 2291. Come on, baby. And we just had this conversation. And the seedling, I call it a seedling because Julianne, thanks Julianne, her channel refers to all children or babies of anything as seedlings. And if you're a man and your wife, she's the queen. And if she's talking to a female queen, she'll say you're king, meaning your husband. So I just knew to speak that way to this thing, this being. And I said, and of course I never asked, well, what do you like to be called? E.T. or something else? I never even asked that. There was my chance. Of course it was in my mind and I was awake anyways. And then I see the child basically, it's, and I don't know if it was a female or male. Like, I don't know if it was the mother or the father of the child. I just didn't know. And I wanted to ask, like, are you male or female? But I was like, well, I don't want to ask that. I'll leave that alone. And the child was like kind of scared of me as a human, And I was like, oh, like, you don't have anything to be scared of, And the mom or dad was telling the child, like, yeah, this human, he's don't be scared of this human, but he was clinging to the parent, and I said, I'm not like the other humans. You have nothing to be scared of with me. I will never harm you. I will never hurt you. I will not harm you. I'm not like the other humans. And then it kind of felt, I could see it felt better, but it was still, still clinging. It didn't really want to look over at me still. And then that's it. Then I'm out of this little vision thing, and I'm back here now. Because I was thinking after I landed, how the hell am I going to get off of this place? I'm on a freaking angle, But I'm like, well, that being took control and put me here. It could probably easily put me back in the sky and let me go, And I thought that was cool how that happened. So this is in an area where I have a very strong feeling, and I think it's a fact based on Julianne, that there's something there in that mountain like this. There's dark and light and everything. So there's bad ones, there's good ones. And we're going to find out one day that a lot of these beings are sitting right here on Earth, deep inside the Earth, living and doing things on their own. And they typically don't want to be bothered or found most of the time by us stupid humans because of how stupid we react and stuff. So I just thought, wow, am I getting closer to making this a reality? I had a dream last night, woo dude talking stuff last night. I wake up with a super strong, and my vision this morning, thought whatever, was not just, oh, let me take off where I left off in the dream, because I remember it clearly. I was not at the mountain in the dream. I don't know where I was. Somewhere that I don't even recognize. And it was mostly like a city environment, and then like, oh, there's the bay right there, and there's like a little peninsula island thing over there. And so I'm just thinking about this, and then I'm in that I'm in the freaking trike wing aircraft, buzzing around the mountain, just enjoying it. And then I go over that spot because I'm like, oh, I know this area, let me go just fly over here, take a peek, see if I see anything else. I need to go drone later on. And there's this being, and it's taking control of my thing to force me to land it. And I know what it's doing, and I have no complaint at all. Like, yeah, cool, do it. And then I land gently, and in an area that I normally could not do myself. I could not land there in this dream. And in real life, I could not. It's just not possible. I don't believe anyways. So, talk about strange but awesome. Strange but awesome. So I'm wondering, is it one more step closer to making some of the stuff a reality? Because she's flat out telling me, Joe, you're going to be you're going to be talking to these beings. They're going to be with you. And at first, you're not going to be able to see them. Not until they want you to. So, use your other senses. Smell, hearing, vision of just weird things. Your body feeling, okay, somebody's around me, but I can't really see them. It may start like that when you're out in that mountain. And I thought, okay. So, I think that trike wing thing might need to be a go to help me bring, and it's a two-seater, so I thought, well, if anyone ever visits me when I'm out there, let's go up in the sky, son, and take you on a little tour, the grand tour. It'll blow your mind with the beauty and everything around there. And there might be a couple places we could land. I just don't, on the bottom side for sure, but in the actual mountain, I don't know. And you need to go when it's not so windy anyways, and there can be some wind up there at times, so you got to watch the weather. But at any rate, just wanted to share that interesting tidbit with you, as XRP is now 35 cents at almost 24% gain as I'm talking. So again, that ear noise, is that what they were trying to get me a hold of? Because he didn't say specifically it would be the whole market, or he just said they're going to communicate with you. It'll have something to do with crypto, and it's going to be like a Morse code thing for you. That'll be one way they do it. That threw me off the other day. Like, what? For real? And I wake up today, 4 a.m. I gotta take a leak. 10 seconds in my right ear, only right ear. Instant knowing. Grab your phone. Grab it. Go pee with your phone. Go look at it. I instantly bring up Blockfolio. What's happening? XRP was up a little bit. I think at that time it wasn't anything crazy. And again, Doge was down, but everything was okay, kind of flat. And now here I am talking to you, and it's about to be 36 cents as I'm sitting here talking to you. Now 35.5, 25.5% gain. So that's a nice thing to see in XRP. Again, February 1st is supposedly buy some XRP. Regardless of whether you want it, don't want it, you can do. If you have a Exodus wallet, an Atomic wallet, try to swap some other coin, $100 worth, for XRP. If you can't use the wallet, like they've got it locked down or maintenance mode or some crap, go to simpleswap.io. Simpleswap, all one word, .io, and do a swap there. And you know, you can send it right to your wallet. $100 worth of XRP for some other coin, whatever you have. And by the way, if you decide, well, the hell, Joe, I'd rather do $200 worth. I would rather just grab some more XRP. Then do $200 worth. Let's see what these guys are talking about online. If we can actually notice a huge uptick. Because this could be really, really, really cool. Because if they make a call like this on coins, and everyone does this, all of these coins are going to run up. You have an opportunity, like Doge, when it was 8, 9 cents, now it's 3 cents, 3.2, 3.3. Me too. To sell off at 8 or 9 cents, and right now at 3 cents, 3.5, buy back. Now I sold off, but then I bought lower, and then I held on it. Not too much lower, but because I'm thinking bigger numbers are coming, and I'm okay, I'll wait. But it just goes to show you, if they're going to do this, and everything's going to run up when these people online say so, do it. Get in it early. And then when it runs up, sell the son of a bitch. Because it's probably 9 times out of 10 going to come back down to some level. And the level that it comes out to might be epic too. But it might be really epic when you got out. At the same time, this is XRP. I don't know that I want to relinquish any of my XRP. Even if it pumps like a son of a gun on February 1st. Because of all the buying. So, at any rate, long video. Unless anything interesting happens today, I don't think I'll be doing any other videos. I'm going to check my email real quick because it may be 1 or 2 p.m. my time Eastern that Cliff High and Bix and I, the three amigos, can, oh, there he is. 10 a.m. Okay. 10, 11, 12, 1. So 1 p.m. my time. So I'll reply, okay, good deal. 1 p.m. my time. And that's today. That be today. So 1 p.m. today, folks. Three amigos. Cliff's going to have some interesting stuff to tell us. I'm telling you now, don't miss it. It should be streaming on my channel, I believe. I told him I'd send a Zoom link. I'm not sure that Bix pays for Zoom or any of that stuff, so nothing matters. We used to always do it on my channel anyway, so might as well just do it. 1 p.m. Eastern, Cliff High. I'll do a separate video now, just so that everyone understands, you know, separately from my dream video. Take it easy.